What's good, YouTube? Makaveli here, and I am back with another video. As you guys can see, I am going to be doing a get ready with me, and I am going to be answering a common question. It's not so common nowadays, but I used to get this question a lot. I think now people just assume they know the reason, so they don't really ask much. But I'm going to be, killing the assumptions, I guess, or what you guys think y'all may know. I'm going to be answering the question, why don't I wear pants? I just finished washing my hair, and I'm going to be doing my hair on camera. And yeah, I'm going to be answering a common question, why I don't wear pants. Because of religious reasons. Am I Christian? Do I practice Christianity? Or am I forced? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be answering all that in this video. Just keep watching. And I just want you guys to be like open-minded about this whole thing. I'm going to be viewing both sides of this topic. Yeah, we're just going to get into it. I just finished making my overalls for my outfit, and I have all my outfit. Everything is ready to go. I just need to get my hair done. So today we're going to be doing a side swoop ponytails. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So first things first, I'm going to be moisturizing my hair. Okay, so now that we got my hair somewhat moisturized and to the point that I want it, we're going to get right into this. So the first verse that we're going to pull out is really straight, easy, to the point. And it says, a woman should not wear anything that pertains to a man, nor shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all who do so are an abomination to the Lord your God. So like I said, that one is really cut to the chase. That could be under anything that pertains to a man. So like male clothing, male garment, cross-dressing. Cross-dressing is basically a woman wearing men things or men wearing female clothing or female things like dresses and things of that nature. But on the other side, I guess some people may argue that back in the days, I don't remember the exact year, pants weren't even invented. Like, people weren't even wearing pants back then. Understandable. I understand that some people don't really believe in the Old Testament. They said that when Jesus came, there were new laws and new regulations. Like in Romans 7, verse 6, it says, but now by dying to what once bound us, we have been released from the law. So now that we serve in the new way of the Spirit and no in the old way of the written code. And that was said by the Apostle Paul. So, that's understandable. So if we're going into the New Testament, one word that I do want you guys to keep in mind is the word modest. Now, according to the dictionary, modest as it pertains to dressing means dressing or behaving so as to avoid inappropriate or indecency, especially to avoid sexual attention. Now, this one, whether you guys want to admit it or not, I'm not taking it that no one says that pants don't, even if you're not intentionally trying to, it shows off your shape in some way. It may, give off this indecency, inappropriate, depending on how you go about it. I understand this because skirts do that as well. In 1 Timothy 2:9, it says, women should adorn themselves modestly and appropriately and sensibly in apparel, not with elaborate hair arrangements or gold and pearls or expensive clothing. Meaning that women should not dress in a way to, I guess, provoke others to lust upon us. And I can argue that there are some pants fits in the category of more modest than skirts do. Like bodycon skirts that will fall under the category of non-modest versus you can have some slacks. I kind of struggle with this as well because dress or when I pick certain things out, I don't really think of, is this gonna cause people to look at me or in a lustful way or have sexual desires, or you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm picking out things, I pick out things that I like. So for instance, something that will probably fall under the category of non-modest, which I didn't learn until recently, was probably like real big distressed things or real big distressed holes. I did not know that, you know, a lot of guys found that attractive until I was actually told so. But this third point that I'm going to bring out, I feel like this is what really settles it for me. If we're so focused on, you know, our appearance and getting these lustful attractions or whatever the case may be, you know, we're basically not walking in our purpose. We're not really walking in our purpose. We're not focusing on what's priority. My experiences from wearing, you know, skirts, I have been pressured. And I have felt like, to be completely honest, I have felt like, you know, I want to try this, you know, just, I feel like it was more so to conform than it was to really get the experience. Because nobody wants to feel like an outsider. Going out and doing what everyone else does so you can fit in, you know, makes more sense to the 13-year-old me, 7-year-old me, you know. When I was home or like going to church, everyone else was dressed the same. So I didn't really feel like I was, you know, black sheep. So, yeah, so it was pretty, I felt normal. But it wasn't until I started going to school, having these different type of friends, that made me feel like, oh, you should try this, you know, you have nothing to lose. To answer the question, no, I am not forced. As a matter of fact, that's one thing I do thank my parents. I feel like this is one of the best things that they ever did. For me growing up, as well as my siblings, I can vouch and say that my dad especially was like the biggest advocate and like saying, make sure you have that relationship with God. So he wasn't forcing religion, but, you know, make sure you have that relationship with God first. Because once you have a relationship with God, then he will, you know, go into your heart and tell you wrong or right. He'll give you that conscience that you need. Go into your consciousness and tell you what's wrong or right. If you feel like you're doing is not wrong, then, you know, that's between you and him. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with Sarah, Billy, whoever you want to, you know. Whoever. It has nothing to do with none of them. Okay, so I had to finish my hair off camera because I was getting frustrated. And I ended up just doing a low ponytail because the high one wasn't working out. So I'm going to wrap this up. But like I was saying, basically the point of it all is really not about the clothes. It's all about being modest, bringing, not being vain. That's what this really is about. Not being vain, not focusing too much on ourselves, but focusing on the more important goal, which is bringing more people to God. You know, everyone should be a representation of the life that he lives. And we're all basically messengers, bringing more and more people towards him. So, yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so we're basically just bringing more people to him. That's the whole meaning behind all of this. It's not really about, oh, you should or you shouldn't wear. Even if this wasn't religious at all, I still don't see the problem. Everyone is subjected to do what they want to do. As long as I'm not harming nobody, as long as I'm not putting no one's life in danger, I'm not hurting no one physically, mentally, spiritually, anything. I'm not doing nothing wrong, per se. I don't think that I have a say-so in how other people live. Like, I'm going to keep pulling out the Bible. It says that if a servant falls, that's between him and his master. Say I was wrong, or say that the world is wrong. Whatever the case may be, it's between God and the servant. This whole thing is just about not being vain, not being so self-centered that you lose sight of what you're here on earth to do, what your purpose is. I feel like I've ever been that type of person that wears things to show off my figure. I just never been that type of person. Just keep in mind, hypothetically speaking, you can wear anything you want. But if you have that title as a Christian or any type of religious, whatever you claim to be, I feel like kind of your duty to not push people away from God. Because we have enough of that as is. We have Christians judging gay people. We have Christians judging thieves and Christians judging, period. And if y'all read Matthew 7, it says, do not judge, for in the same measure that you will be judged. So it's kind of like everything right now, what they're doing is contradicting themselves. And that's what's pushing people away from God. And you know, the blood of those people will be on your hands. Trying to be diligent with what I do and with the title that I have, there are people watching me. You know, I have to understand that, whether we like it or not. Everyone wants to live a life and do whatever they want, but we have people watching us. And what we do and say can cause other people to be, you know, distant. So we have to be diligent about things like this. That's really all I have to say. I'm really done with my get ready with me. I'm going to get dressed with what I have to go. Take some pictures. I'm going to take you guys with me so y'all can see my fit. I made the overall. I'll be wearing with flannel and some sandals. I'm going to show you guys what this. Yeah, that's how I feel about that whole subject. Now you guys know why I don't wear pants. It also falls under the category that I didn't say earlier, but not conforming to the world. Clearly, I am like the black sheep now. And when I go out, whether school, work, everyone notices me. First, it was annoying, but now I just came in terms to just accept the fact that I'm just known as that girl that only wear skirts. I also like the opportunity that it gives me for me to open in my mouth and be able to speak to other people and share what I know. So yeah, that's that. With all that being said,
struggle. How can I let you take from me what I just got off the muscle? Born to hustle. I've been through the grease and the crustle. Life on the line, you think we really about to sit here and tussle? Oh no, I won't.